And I'll get us started. Thank you for being here for Energize Yoga. And so start by finding your comfortable seat. Find that place where sitting bones equally root. Then lengthen your spine as you inhale. Even shrug your shoulders up toward your ears. And exhale, roll your shoulders gently back and down away from your ears. Bring shoulders to rest. And let your hands gently rest on your legs. Perhaps you're closing your eyes as you tune into your breath. And for a moment, simply feel your breath flowing in and feel your breath flowing out. Begin to notice the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale. And invite the inhale and exhale to be equal in length. You're finding your own count for your breath. Perhaps you're inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 4 counts. Now lengthen your exhale and even exhale for twice as long as you inhale. If you're inhaling for 4 counts, exhale now for 8. And also inhale for 5 and exhale for 10. However, if you notice any strain to your breath, try inhaling 3 and exhaling 6. Letting your mind arrive fully here with each breath. And at the end of your next exhale, let go of that counted breath and let your breath be easy and gentle. And with those gentle and easy breaths, shift awareness to your body and take a moment to slowly scan your entire body, scanning from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. Observe without judgment how your body currently feels, remembering that you're always honoring your body's wisdom. And as you keep some of that inward focus, let your eyes gently reopen. Make your way to table position, hands and knees, the center of your mat. Anytime one or both knees are on your mat, you could unfold a blanket or a towel to place underneath your knees, giving your knees more support, more comfort. Stacking your knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Although if it feels better for wrists, you could walk hands a little more forward or make gentle fists. And let your hips sway side to side. Let go of tightness and tension in your low back. And perhaps that motion gets larger as you go, creating a C shape side to side. That is, as you bring one hip forward, same side shoulder comes back a bit, and you're looking over, same side shoulder. And now come back to center position. Natural curves in your spine here. And inhale, extend your right leg out behind you. Start with the ball of your foot on your mat, shifting your hips, your weight back. You gently press through your heel. Connected to your breath. Maybe it's Ujjayi breath, the sound of ocean waves, slight constriction at the back of your throat. And inhale, shift your hips and weight more forward to lift your heel in line with your hip. And keep both hands equally rooted here. Pull your belly button in. And with your next inhale, step your right foot forward into a lunge. And stack your knee right over your ankle. You might be inching left knee farther back, and you could fold up your mat lengthwise to give your back knee more support, more padding. Bring your hands onto your right thigh. Lengthening your spine, lifting your heart and chest. Inhale. And when you exhale, lower your hands down to the left of your right foot to send your right knee back. Come back to hands and knees, table position. Same sequence on the other side. So inhale, extend your left leg out behind you. Start with the ball of your foot on your mat, shifting your hips and weight back. Pressing gently through your heel. Eyes are steady on a point in front of your hands, head and neck in line with your spine. And inhale, shift your hips and weight more forward to lift your heel in line with your hip. Pull your belly button in, engage your core here. And it's with your next inhale that you'll step your left foot forward, stacking your knee over your ankle. So you could be inching left foot a little more forward if your knee isn't quite over your ankle, and you might be inching your right knee back a little bit more. Then bring your hands onto your front thigh. Heart and chest lifted. And right where you are, inhale. And when you exhale, lower your hands down to the right to send your left knee back. Come back to table, hands and knees. And from your table position, walk your hands and wrists just a little more forward. Wrist creases parallel to the front edge of your mat. Fingers spread. Lightly grip your mat with fingertips. Press the base of both index fingers. Curl your toes under and lift your hips high. Downward facing dog. You're in down dog. Pedal your feet. Bend one knee and then the other. Lower one heel and then the other. And the next time you lower right heel, keep left knee bent. Holding, breathing here. Find the stretch in the back of your right leg. And do the same on the other side. Lower left heel, bend right knee. Holding and breathing. And lower both heels toward your mat. Now look between your hands. Take as many steps as you'd like to walk feet up to your hands. Could be one big step with each foot, or you could saunter to the top of your mat. If your feet don't quite reach your hands, walk your hands back until they meet your feet. Find where you feel stable and steady. crown of your head toward your mat. If your low back feels tight or tired, soften your knees a bit here. And gently shake your head no. Just as gently nod your head yes. And bring your head to rest. Let your upper body sway side to side. Now fingertips are in contact with your mat. Let fingertips play here across your mat. Come back to center and soften your knees if you hadn't already. Pull your belly button in toward your spine and roll up slowly as you inhale. Stack vertebra on top of vertebra. Let your head be very last to rise up. And once you're all the way up, release that breath. And if you're not quite to the top of your mat, step more forward, feet underneath you, stable and steady. And bring hands together in front of your heart. Inhale. Now exhale, release your arms to the sides of your body. Inhale, stretch skyward, mountain pose salute. Reach up through your fingertips. And exhale, release your arms slowly back to the sides of your body. Doing that again, inhale, reaching up, lengthening your spine. Exhale, glide your arms down to the sides of your body. Now inhale and stretch up one more time. And this time bring hands together overhead. Then exhale, hinge at your hips to bow forward, hands through heart center. Place your hands on your shins and rise halfway up, lengthening your spine. Inhale. And exhale, hinge at your hips, gently fold in toward your legs. Bring fingertips to your mat, even if you're deeply bending knees. Inhale, step your left leg back into a lunge. And I'll turn to a different angle so that you can see this perhaps a little better. And so here in your lunge, with an exhale, slowly begin to straighten your right leg. Not too much, not too little. Then bend your right knee. Bring your knee back over your ankle. As you inhale, you might be inching right foot a little more forward. Then exhale slowly. Straighten your leg. Find your hamstring stretch. And bend your knee, lunging as you inhale. Now one more time. Exhale slowly. Straighten. Find your first edge. Then bend your knee, lunging as you inhale. And put your hands onto your front thigh. And so you're rising up. And take your time, find your balance, your alignment here. If you're feeling a bit wobbly, try lengthening or widening your stance. Then inhale, lift arms skyward. Exhale, hinge at your hips for airplane. Bring straight arms just behind your body. Rise back up, inhale. And exhale, hinge forward, extending through the crown of your head. Do that one more time. Lift your arms up, lifting heart and chest. Inhale. And exhale, hinge forward for airplane. Now rise up, inhale, arms lift. And this time when you exhale, we'll open into a twist to the right. So options for arms could be arms are in line with your shoulders here. Could be that you're placing right hand on your right hip and left hand on your upper outer right thigh. Your variation. Connected to your breath. And now take your time to unwind back to the front. Inhale. And this time, exhale, lower your hands down onto your mat. And we'll move through that short transitional flow, or you could move straight to down dog. So send right leg back for plank. I'll turn around again. And from plank, lower slowly down, knees, and then heart and chest. Uncurl your toes, rising into cobra. Inhale, could be a low cobra. Then curl your toes under to bring hips high, downward, facing dog. Now fingers are spread, solid foundation. As you lightly grip your mat with fingertips. And as you hold here in down dog, let a breath go, audible sigh. Now inhale, step, left foot forward into your lunge. Lift onto fingertips or hands on blocks on both sides of your front foot. And exhale, slowly begin to straighten your front leg. Find your first edge. Stretch at the center back of your upper leg. Bend your knee, lunging. Inhale. Then exhale, slowly straightening. Not too much, not too little. And bend your knee, come back to your lunge. Inhale. And once again, exhale, slowly straighten only to that first point of resistance. Now bend your knee, come back to your lunge, knee over your ankle. And bring your hands onto your front thigh. So take your time to rise up, find your balance, find your alignment, squaring hips and shoulders to the front. Then inhale, arms lift skyward. And exhale, airplane, hinge at your hips, straight arms just behind your body. Keep lengthening your spine. Rise back up. Inhale. And exhale, airplane. Extend through the crown of your head. Stretch skyward. Inhale. One more time to airplane. And reach up again. Inhale. And this time, exhale, open into your twist to the left. So could be as you twist that arms are in line with your shoulders, or left hand on your left hip. With your right hand holding on to upper outer left thigh. Stay connected to your breath. And take your time to unwind back to the front, arms lifted. Inhale. And when you exhale, lower your hands down to your mat. Now this time, inhale, step your right foot forward, come back into your standing forward fold. Knees could be softened here. Root through your feet equally. And with your next inhale, rise all the way up. Stretch skyward, hands meet. Exhale, lower hands in front of your heart. And inhale, stretch up again. Now stay with me here. Shift onto your right foot and lift your left knee to any height. And when you exhale, Soften your right knee and send left leg way back behind you. Diagonal lunge. Inhale, upper body and arms lift. And when you exhale, open into warrior two pose. So adjust your feet to be perpendicular. Now adjust your feet again. Come back into your lunge, lifting back, heel up. Then exhale, hinge forward, diagonal lunge. Now your weight is primarily on your front foot and leg. And inhale, take your time. You could take small steps in on your way to lifting. Left knee up. Then exhale, release. Arms down, lower your foot down. And shift over onto your left foot. Lift your arms, eyes are steady, lift. Right knee up. And exhale, soften your left knee and send right leg way back. Diagonal lunge. Upper body and arms rise. Inhale. Now exhale, open into warrior two. Feet perpendicular. Adjust your feet again. Come back into your lunge. Arms lift. Inhale. Then exhale, hinge forward, diagonal lunge. Now your weight is primarily on your front foot and leg. And inhale, take your time to find your crane pose. Then exhale, arms lower, and your foot lowers. One more time each side. Shift onto your right foot. Take your time to lift. Arms lift, left knee, any height. Then exhale, soften your right knee and send left leg way back, diagonal lunge. Now inhale, lift your upper body, arms lift. And when you exhale, come into warrior two for a hold. And so adjust your feet to be perpendicular. Heel lined up with instep or heel to heel. Connected to your breath. Now inhale, adjust your feet. Come back into your lunge. And exhale, hinge forward into a diagonal lunge. Now weight primarily on your front foot and leg. Keep your eyes steady and inhale, take your time to come back to your balance. Exhale, release your foot down, arms along the sides of your body. One more time, shift over onto your left foot. Eyes on one point, arms lift. Right knee lifts to any height. Then exhale, soften your left knee. Send right leg way back. Diagonal lunge. Lift your arms, lift your upper body. Inhale. Now exhale, warrior two on the side. Seal the outer edge of your back foot. Make sure you can see your big toe past your bent knee. Always the option of lowering one or both arms down. Honor your body. Now, adjust your feet. Come back into your lunge. Inhale. Then exhale, hinge forward, diagonal lunge. Now there's more weight on your left foot and leg. Take your time to come into your balance. Lifting right knee to any height. Then exhale, lower your foot down, release arms to the sides of your body. And inhale, sweep your arms up, hands meet overhead. And exhale, hinge forward. And place your hands on your shins to rise halfway, lengthening your spine. Inhale. And exhale, soften in a full body bow. Bring fingertips to your mat. Now inhale and step your left leg back and lower your foot down at about a 30-degree angle to rise into warrior one pose. Now do square hips and shoulders to the front. Feet are on tracks rather than on a tightrope, so you might be inching right foot just a little more to the right as you hold here. Connected to your breath. And now inhale here. When you exhale, open into warrior two pose. And so feet are perpendicular. Arms might be in line with shoulders. You could lower one or both arms down anytime. And inhale here, warrior two. And exhale, reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two. Inhale. Now exhale, your variation of extended side angle could be your hand or your forearm on your thigh. You might start with left hand on your hip, focusing on turning your torso open. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, sliding left hand down your left leg. Come back to warrior two. Inhale. Then exhale, extended side angle. Belly button spins up. Maybe you're lifting left arm up. Inhale back to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Now holding in your variation of extended side angle, so knee over ankle, maybe it's your hand or forearm on your thigh, turning abdomen and chest open. And lots of arm options. You could stay here with your hand on your hip. You could keep turning your torso open, lifting left arm up. Could be left arm along the side of your ear. If you can keep turning torso open, you could place right fingertips on a block or on your mat in front of your ankle. Keep your legs just as they are. Rise back to warrior two. Inhale. And hold here. Let the breath go. This time, inhale, use thigh muscles to straighten your leg. And keep lengthening both sides of your body. And exhale, reach, stretch over to the right. Place right hand either above or below your knee, rather than directly on your knee. Left arm might lift here in triangle, or it could be left arm right along the side of your body. Holding, breathing here, connected to your breath. And as you root through both feet, rise slowly up. Inhale. When you exhale, bend your right knee. Track it in line with third and fourth toes. Now inhale here. When you exhale, reverse your warrior. Now moving through that short transitional flow once again, or straight to down dog, or add in a child's pose anytime. So cartwheel your hands to the top of your mat, lifting back heel up. And from there, you have the option of sending right leg back, coming into plank pose, and lowering slowly down, knees, and then heart and chest to lower. Toes uncurl, rising into cobra, rolling shoulders back and down. Then curl your toes under to bring hips high, downward facing dog, an inverted V position. Find your alignment so wrist creases parallel to the front edge of your mat. Lightly grip your mat, weight even across both hands. Press into your hands equally. Bring a little more weight back toward your heels. Now your goal is not to lower heels all the way down, simply to bring heels closer to your mat. And let a breath go, audible sigh. Now inhale, step your left foot forward into your lunge and lower right foot down, angled at about 30 degrees to rise into warrior one on this side. I'll change my direction so that you can see this a bit better. And so square your hips, square your shoulders to the front. Don't hesitate to inch left foot a little more to the left. And if you're wanting more stability, try inching your foot more to the left. Heart and chest lift. And right where you are, inhale. And when you exhale, open into warrior two. So adjust your feet to be perpendicular. Heel lined up with instep or heel to heel. Make sure you can see your big toes still past your bent knee. Here in warrior two, inhale. Then exhale, reverse your warrior. Slide right hand down your right leg, maybe left arm lifts. Come back to warrior two, inhale. Now extended side angle, so it could be left hand or left forearm on your thigh. Start with right hand on your hip, focus on turning your torso open. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Extended side angle. Keep spinning belly button up, and maybe you're lifting right arm up. Inhale back, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Holding in your variation of extended side angle. Keep your solid foundation through both feet. Turn your torso open. Experiment with the arm variations. Find the one that most honors your body this moment. Now keep your legs just as they are. Come back to warrior two. Inhale. And hold here as you let that breath go. Inhale, use thigh muscles, straighten your leg. Keep lengthening both sides of your body. Exhale, reach, stretch over to the left. Find your triangle pose. Not too much, not too little. Keep rooting through both feet. Holding and breathing here. And as you root through both feet, rise slowly back up. Inhale. And when you exhale, bend your left knee. Track it in line with third and fourth toes. And inhale here, warrior two. Now reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands to the top of your mat. Different instruction here. And so you're sending your left leg back, coming back to downward facing dog. Hips lifted high. And inhale. And when you exhale this time, lower your knees down. Come back to hands and knees. So maybe you're adding additional support underneath your knees here. Now keep your eyes steady on the point in front of your hands. And inhale, extend your right leg straight back behind you. Heel in line with your hip. You can absolutely stay right here. Or engage your core, pull belly button in toward your spine. And lift left arm out in front of you, turning your thumb to point up. And you might hold here, table balance. Or inhale here. And when you exhale, bend your right knee, bend your left elbow, and the two come together at the center. Then extend back out. Inhale. And continue with that sequence. Exhale, bending knee and elbow. Then extending out. Move at the speed of your breath, if you're choosing to move. Now, the next time arm and leg are extended, table balance, hold here and inhale. Then exhale, lower your hand, lower your knee back down, table position. Keep your eyes steady, same sequence on the other side. Inhale, extend, left leg out. And so your heel in line with your hip. You could keep both hands rooted. Or again, pull belly button in, core engaged. Lifting right arm out in front, turning your thumb to point up. Perhaps holding and breathing here, or with each exhale, bring elbow and knee together at the center. Now the next time you've extended arm and leg out, table balance, hold here and inhale. Then exhale, lower your hand, lower your knee down, come back to table. And from your table, bring your big toes to touch and widen your knees just a little wider than your hips on your way to a comfortable, restful variation of child's pose. Lift up off of your hands and wrists. Circle wrists both directions. And then sit back on your heels, lowering forehead to your mat. Now you could roll up a blanket and place it under the backs of your knees. And that will create more space for the comfort of your knees. You could also place a block underneath your forehead if there's too much pressure on your forehead, or if your forehead doesn't quite comfortably reach your mat. Another option would be to make two fists, one stacked on top of the other, forehead resting on your uppermost fist. And now inhale, walk your hands halfway in so you're rising halfway up. Now keep your big toes touching. Widen your knees as wide as feels comfortable. And we'll turn this into a tadpole. Lowering down again, so maybe you're lowering onto forearms as I am. You could lower all the way down if that feels comfortable, beneficial. Connected to your breath. When your tadpole feels complete, then inch your knees a little closer together. Find your restful variation once again of child's pose. And inhale, walk your hands all the way in this time. Rise up. And then exhale, extend your legs out, coming into staff pose. Legs stretched out in front of you and sitting bones equally rooted. So you could sit on a blanket here about an inch in height, sitting toward the front edge of a blanket to tilt your pelvis a little more forward. Your toes point skyward. Bring your hands next to your hips. Now inhale, stretch up, lengthening your spine. And when you exhale, keep lengthening your spine, hinge at your hips, keep lengthening, slowly float forward as if the air is thick like honey. Keep lengthening your spine and find somewhere comfortable for your hands to land. So it could be anywhere on your legs, could be your feet, could be on your mat on both sides of your legs. Holding and breathing here. Paschimottanasana, seated head to knee. And inhale, slowly rise back up to your upright seat. And when you exhale, bend your knees and come all the way forward to the top of your mat. And bring your big toes to touch. Bring your hands now to the back of your thighs, lengthening your spine. Perhaps holding here for both pose, Navasana, or shifting your weight back onto your tailbone, holding here. Here's some other options. You could bring lower legs parallel to your mat. You could work with the balance, stretching arms forward. You could straighten your legs, keeping big toes touching, vision on your big toes. Keep core engaged. And right where you are, inhale. When you exhale, lower your feet down hip distance and parallel. Bring arms out in front of you, heart level. Round your spine, roll your shoulders back and down. Lower chin toward your chest, engage your core to lower slowly onto your back, or at any time use arms and hands behind you to lower slowly down onto your back. Take your time to get there. Once your back is lowered down, hug your knees in toward your chest, toward your rib cage, and rock a bit side to side. Come back to center and inhale. And when you exhale, lower your feet down to your mat and slide your legs out along your mat. Arms along the sides of your body. Now you could place a blanket or a very thin throw pillow underneath your head for a little more support here. Then inhale, lift, right leg up. Take hold of your leg with both hands. And exhale, keep low back pressed to your mat. Lift your head and chest toward your lifted leg. Now release that pull, inhale. And when you exhale, slowly lower your head down and lower your leg back down to your mat. And once right leg is lowered down, then inhale, lift left leg up, holding on with both hands. And exhale, press your low back to your mat, lift your head toward your left knee. Then release the pull, inhale. Lower your head, lower your leg down as you exhale. And once left leg is lowered, then lift right leg up again. Inhale, holding on to your leg with both hands. Exhale, low back presses to your mat, lifting your head and chest. You could also support your neck, your head here with one hand. Then release the pull, inhale. And lower your head down, lower your leg down. Exhale. Then inhale, lift, left leg up, holding on. And exhale, low back presses to your mat, lift your head and chest. Now release the pull with the in-breath. Lower your head, lower your leg down with the out-breath. One more time on each side with a variation. So inhale, lift, right leg up, hold on with both hands. Then exhale, keep your low back pressed, lift your head and chest. And as you hold and breathe here, you have the option of climbing your hands higher up your leg, closer to your foot, your ankle. Find your edge without moving beyond it. Then release the pull, inhale. And lower your head, lower your leg down as you exhale. Once right leg is lowered, inhale, lift, left leg up, hold on with your hands. Then exhale, low back is pressed, lift your head and chest. Now you're holding and breathing here with the option of climbing your hands higher up toward your foot, toward your ankle. Release the pull, inhale, lower, back down to your mat as you exhale. And once left leg is lowered, this time inhale, bring your right knee in toward your rib cage, hug your knee in. Keep softening your shoulders. And again, you could have a small pillow, a firm, thin throw pillow, or a folded blanket underneath your head here. Holding and breathing. And now inhale, extend your right leg back up toward the ceiling. And exhale, slowly lower right leg back down to your mat. Take your time to get there. And once you've lowered right leg, then inhale. Bring left knee in toward your rib cage. Hug your knee in. So you might hold on to your shin just below your knee or hold on to the back of your knee. That is, you're holding on to the back of your upper or lower leg, I should say, lower upper leg. Anchoring your shoulders. Enjoy your breath. And now inhale, extend left leg up. And take your time with the exhale to lower your leg down onto your mat. Now once left leg is lowered, then you'll inhale and bring both knees in toward your rib cage. Hug your knees in and rock from side to side. And as you rock, bring your knees closer to your chest and then farther away, even stacking your knees over your hips. So you're rocking on different places along your back. Now, when that rocking feels complete, come back to center. The knees still hugged in, and check in with your body. Are there additional motions or yoga postures that your body would appreciate before you make your way into Shavasana, our final resting pose? And so take your time, complete any final motions, also find any props that would make you more comfortable as you slide your legs out along your mat. Settling in to your most comfortable and symmetrical position. And once you make your way into Shavasana, take a moment to settle your body as fully as possible. Notice the weight of your legs on your mat. Notice how they can feel heavier with each exhalation. Let your legs grow heavier and more relaxed. And bring your awareness to your face, allowing the teeth and lips to part slightly and your tongue to relax inside your mouth. Invite the muscles of your face to soften and relax. And let the throat and neck muscles be smooth and soft. And the muscles around the scalp relaxed and loose. Allow all of the tension to flow out with each exhale, letting relaxation take over everywhere. The stomach muscles become relaxed and loose. And as you breathe, feel the relaxation all over your back. Relaxation and heaviness spreads to the pelvis and hips. Your legs heavy and relaxed. Feel the relaxation and heaviness throughout your entire body. And invite your breath to deepen now. And as it deepens, let it expand from the core of your body out to the edges. And with that deepening and expanding breath, make circles with your wrists and your ankles, circling both directions. And glide your arms along the floor and overhead. Give yourself a luxurious head to toes stretch. And when that feels complete, bring your knees back in toward your chest, toward your rib cage. Hug your knees in. Rocking a time or two side to side. Come back to center and let go of your knees. Roll onto your side in a curled position. And from there, use your arms and hands to press yourself slowly up to your comfortable seat. Namaste.